So in conclusion, it is the microtubule of the mitotic spindle that determine the plane of cell division in animal cells. In some cells, it is the astral microtubule, whereas in other cells, it is the overlapping antiparallel microtubules in the central spindle. So now the question is, how does the mitotic spindle control the plane of division in animal cells? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about cytokinesis part of the cell cycle. So once the M phase of the cell cycle is completed, the cell cycle culminates in the division of the cytoplasm by cytokinesis. So cytokinesis is basically division of the cytoplasm, and cytokinesis begins in anaphase and ends in telophase stage. And the process of cytokinesis is different in both plant cell and animal cell. Means the process by which cytokinesis takes place is different in plant cells as well as in animal cells. In an animal cell, cytokinesis is achieved by the appearance of a cleavage furrow in the plasma membrane. Means the first visible change is the sudden appearance of a cleavage furrow on the cell surface. And this cleavage furrow gradually deepens and ultimately joins in the center, dividing the cell cytoplasm into two. As you can see here, the cell is showing cleavage furrow on the cell surface. And in animal cells and in many unicellular eukaryotes, the structure that accomplishes the cytokinesis is the contractile ring. Means contractile ring plays an important role during the cytokinesis in animal cells and many unicellular eukaryotes. And this contractile ring is a dynamic assembly of actin filaments, myosin 2 filaments and many structural and regulatory proteins. Means the contractile ring is a dynamic assembly which is composed of actin filaments, myosin 2 filaments and many structural and regulatory proteins. Now the question is, what determines the plane of animal cell division? And it is the microtubules of the mitotic spindle that determine the plane of animal cell division. And the mitotic spindle in animal cells perform two functions. First one is the mitotic spindle in animal cells helps in separation of the daughter chromosomes. And second one is the mitotic spindle in animal cells specify the location of the contractile ring, which play an important role during the cytokinesis. So once the location of contractile ring is specified, therefore the plane of division is located, and the contractile ring invariably forms in the plane of metaphase plate, which is just at the right angle to the long axis of the mitotic spindle. And the formation of contractile ring in the plane of metaphase plate ensures that division occurs between the two sets of separated chromosomes. And the part of the mitotic spindle that specifies the division plane varies depending on the cell types. In some cells, it is the astral microtubule of the mitotic spindle that specifies the division plane in the cell, whereas in other cells, it is the overlapping antiparallel microtubules in the central spindle that specifies the division plane in the animal cell for cytokinesis. So in conclusion, it is the microtubule of the mitotic spindle that determine the plane of cell division in animal cells. In some cells, it is the astral microtubule, whereas in other cells, it is the overlapping antiparallel microtubules in the central spindle. So now the question is, how does the mitotic spindle control the plane of division in animal cells? As the cleavage furrow forms midway between the ester originating from two centrosomes and between the two centrosomes that are simply adjacent to each other. That is, the centrosomes that is not connected to each other by a mitotic spindle, as you can see here. In this case, cleavage furrow forms here, here, here and here. Thus, it is the microtubule ester that signals to the cell cortex to specify where the contractile ring should assemble. And in other cells where overlapping antiparallel microtubule in central spindle determine the plane of division, in that cell central spindle signal the cell cortex to specify where the contractile ring should assemble. And in both cases, it is the overlapping microtubule that provide tracks for motor proteins to the delivery of contractile ring regulators and new membranes to the appropriate region of the dividing cell. Now, as the contractile ring assembles just beneath the plasma membrane and contracts to constrict the cell into two parts, as you can see here. But what generates the force for the contraction to constrict the cell into two parts? And it is the actin and myosin 2 in the contractile ring that generate the force for cytokinesis. As the estrol microtubule in anaphase become longer lived and less dynamic in response to the loss of mCDK activity, the contractile ring begins to assemble just beneath the plasma membrane. However, much of the preparation for cytokinesis happens earlier in the mitosis, that is, before the division of cytoplasm actually begins. So, when the cell is in interphase stage, actin and myosin filaments are assembled into a cortical network. As the cell enters mitosis, this cortical network disassembles. Means much of the actin is reorganized, myosin 2 filaments are released. As the chromatids separate in anaphase, myosin 2 begins to accumulate in the rapidly assembling contractile ring. And in many cells, cytokinesis requires the activation of one or more members of the polo-like family of protein kinases. And these kinases regulate the assembly of both the mitotic spindle as well as contractile ring. And the fully assembled contractile ring contains many proteins in addition to actin and myosin. However, the overlapping arrays of actin filaments and bipolar myosin filaments generate the force that divides the cytoplasm in two parts. And the contraction begins when calcium ion calmodulin activate myosin light chain kinase to phosphorylate myosin 2, and the phosphorylation of myosin 2 stimulates the contraction. And once the contraction has been stimulated, ring develops a force large enough to bend a fine glass needle that is inserted in the path of contractile ring, and the contractile ring is finally dispensed with altogether when cleavage ends, and the plasma membrane of the cleavage furrow narrows to form the mid-body. The mid-body contains the remains of central spindle, and it persists as a tether between the two daughter cells. And after the completion of separation of daughter cells, some of the components of the residual mid-body remain on the inside of the plasma membrane of each cell. As you can see here, this figure represents the sum of the mid-body is present after the completion of the separation of daughter cells, and this residual mid-body serves as a mark on the cortex that helps to orient the spindle in the subsequent cell division. And apart from this, during cytokinesis, membrane enclosed organelles must be distributed to the daughter cells, and organelles such as mitochondria and chloroplast cannot assemble spontaneously from their individual components, as these two organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast arise only from the growth and division of the pre-existing organelles. Similarly, cells cannot make a new endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex unless some part of endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex is already present. Means, in daughter cells, new endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex is formed from their parts. So now the question is, how are the various membrane enclosed organelles segregated when a cell divides? And organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast doubles their number in each cell cycle, and the doubling of number of mitochondria and chloroplast takes place in interphase stage of each cell cycle. Therefore, mitochondria and chloroplast present in large enough numbers, and due to the presence of enough numbers of mitochondria and chloroplast, these two organelles safely distributed in daughter cells, and the endoplasmic reticulum in interphase cell is continuous with the nuclear membrane. Means, when the cell is present in interphase stage, endoplasmic reticulum is continuous with the nuclear membrane, and it is organized by microtubule cytoskeleton. But when cell enters into M phase, there is a complete breakdown of nuclear envelope during the metaphase stage of M phase, and the breakdown of nuclear envelope releases the endoplasmic reticulum, and the release of endoplasmic reticulum from the nuclear envelope leads to fragmentation of endoplasmic reticulum. Similarly, Golgi apparatus fragmentation takes place during cell division, or Golgi apparatus fragmentation takes place when cell divides, and the sum of the fragments of endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus associate with the spindle microtubule, and through the spindle microtubule the fragments of endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus distributed into the daughter cells, and in the daughter cells new endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus formed from their fragments. So till here we have seen that in animal cells the structure that accomplishes the cytokinesis is contractile ring, which is a dynamic assembly of actin filaments, myosin II filaments and many structural and regulatory proteins. Whereas most plant cells are enclosed by semi-rigid cell wall, therefore the mechanism of cytokinesis in plant cell is different from that of animal cells. And it is the phragmoplast that guides cytokinesis in higher plants, not contractile ring. And the first visible sign of cytokinesis in higher plants is seen in G2 stage. At G2 stage, the cortical microtubules and actin filaments rearrange to form a ring or band around the entire cell just beneath the plasma membrane. As you can see here, the ring or band represented by green color, and this band appears before the prophase begins. Therefore, it is called pre-prophase band, and the pre-prophase band is made up of microtubules and actin filaments. And this pre-prophase band becomes thinner as the cell progresses to prophase, and it completely disappears before metaphase. And at the beginning of telophase, a new cell wall starts to assemble inside the equator of the old spindle, and this is known as early cell plate. In the telophase stage, there is remains of overlap spindle microtubule which forms phragmoplast microtubule, and the phragmoplast is the region of overlap that is similar in structure to the central spindle in animal cells. And this phragmoplast guides the vesicles which is derived from the Golgi apparatus towards the center of the spindle, and the vesicles that derived from the Golgi apparatus is filled with cell wall material, and these vesicles fuse to form new cell wall, and this new cell wall is known as early cell plate. And the phragmoplast microtubules reform at the periphery of the early cell plate, and the new Golgi derived vesicles are recruited into this region and fuse with the edge of cell plate and extend it outward, and the membrane of extending cell plate fuses with the plasma membrane of the mother cell and resulted in complete new cell wall, and the formation of complete new cell wall forms the two daughter cells. So in conclusion, in plant cells it is the phragmoplast that guides cytokinesis, and in plant cells cell wall formation starts in the center of the cell and it grows outward to meet the plasma membrane of mother cell. Whereas in animal cells there is formation of contractile ring just beneath the plasma membrane and the contractile ring dividing the cytoplasm from outside in. So till here we have seen that karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis, and in plant cell it is the phragmoplast that guides cytokinesis, whereas in animal cells it is the contractile ring that accomplishes cytokinesis. So in general, nuclear division is followed by cytoplasmic division, but there are exceptions. Means some cells undergo multiple rounds of nuclear division without cytokinesis. So as a result of this, multinucleate conditions arises, and that leads to formation of syncytium. And the best example of syncytium is the liquid endosperm in coconuts and in early Drosophila melanogaster embryo. In the early Drosophila embryo, the first 13 rounds of nuclear division occurred without cytoplasmic division, and as a result of this there is a formation of single layer which contains approximately 6,000 nuclei, and these nuclei arranged in a monolayer layer near the surface, as you can see here. And this arrangement greatly speeds up an early development in Drosophila embryo. So after these rapid nuclear divisions, cells are created around each nucleus in one round of coordinated cytokinesis. And the one round of coordinated cytokinesis is known as cellularization. And apart from these two examples, nuclear division without cytokinesis also occurs in some type of mammalian cells. For example, osteoblast, trophoblast and heart muscle cells. Now coming to significance of mitosis. So mitotic cell division occurs in somatic cells. In animal cells, mitotic cell division is only seen in the diploid somatic cells, whereas in plants, mitotic cell division is seen in both haploid and diploid cell. Second one is the mitosis usually results in the production of diploid daughter cells with identical genetic complement. Therefore, mitotic cell division is also known as equational division. And the growth of multicellular organisms is due to mitosis. Mitosis results in restoration of nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio. Means nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio of cell is restored by mitosis. Because the growth of cell disturbs the ratio between the nucleus and cytoplasm. Therefore, it is essential for the cell to divide to restore the nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio. And it is mitotic cell division which is responsible for the restoration of nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio. And a very significant contribution to mitosis is cell repair. Mitotic divisions in the meristematic tissues such as apical and lateral cambium results in the continuous growth of plants throughout their life. Means the continuous growth of plant in meristematic tissue is due to mitotic division. So this is all about cytokinesis in animal cells as well as in plant cells.